Today I wanted to talk about protein and its role for fat loss. When you decide to change your health and lose some weight, the first thing I would say you should do is increase your protein. And I say this because 99% of my clients I've ever had do not get enough protein when they first come to me. So it's likely you don't either. What you want to have is per day the number of grams for your ideal weight. So say you want to be 150 pounds, that's your goal weight, and it's a realistic goal. Then you want to have 150 grams of protein a day. So you would want to split that up. Say you want to do 3 meals a day. And by the way, you don't need to do 3 meals a day. You can do 2 meals a day, 1 meal a day, 6 meals a day. It really doesn't matter. It's whatever works for you. So intermittent fasting, it doesn't need to be, if you like to eat 6 meals, it's a lot more work, but yes, you can do it. Whatever works for you is totally fine for fat loss. So get the other stuff out of your mind. It's just what works into your schedule. And so protein, let's say though, in this example, you want to do 3 meals a day, which would be 50 grams per meal, which is quite a bit. You might want to take it more to 30 grams and do a little bit more for snacks, but whatever works for you. I'm just going to give you some ideas of what this would look like. First of all, protein powder. This is an important supplement, and I highly recommend it to all of my clients. I get a good whey protein. I use isogenics, but really whatever one works for you. I don't like all the additives. For me, this is stevia sweetened, which I really like. I don't want artificial sweeteners. And I put it in this canister every time I get it just because it looks pretty. And instead of having flour and sugar in my canisters, I have protein powder as well as rolled oats. So I like that better, but that's just me. Also eggs. This is a great amino acid profile, which is a fantastic part of protein. These ones are no antibiotics and no animal byproducts, which for me, again, I like that. And I like that for my kids. I use organic yogurt, Greek yogurt, but being organic doesn't have to be, this is just a personal preference for myself. Greek yogurt per 3/4 of a cup. This particular one has 17 grams. So I'm not recommending all yogurts, just Greek yogurt. That's really important to know this. And the plain Greek yogurt, because if you're getting a flavored one, you can have 20 grams of sugar in it, which you don't want that either. That will play with your blood sugar levels during the day. So for fat loss, I use plain Greek yogurt, and I'll quite often add protein powder to sweeten it and get more protein. So if I had a bowl of, say, a little over a cup of yogurt, I might add a scoop of protein powder to it, and I could have close to 50 grams of protein right there, depending on how much yogurt and how much protein powder. But I like that, and I'll quite often add some raspberries and some bran buds, and you've got a lot of fiber then and your antioxidants, and it's a great meal or snack. Another thing I have a lot of is wild salmon. This is easy to cook. It cooks really quickly, but I'll also have it canned. I'll have canned tuna. I watch my tuna though because of the mercury. I'll have lean beef, lean chicken, bison, all different types of lean cuts of meat. I don't really eat bacon or that many meats like that. They're not lean, and quite often there's other additives to them, so I try to stick to just lean cuts of beef, and I recommend that to my clients. Lean ground beef, chicken, turkey, and then sticking to what I've showed you here. Cottage cheese is something that I don't have right now, but I do eat that quite a bit as well, and it's a great source of protein. Tofu as well, and edamame are great vegan sources. So if you're looking for that too, but I do recommend animal sources. So what this does is when you're having protein, it satiates you. It makes you feel full so you don't get those carbohydrate cravings. And I do recommend that still go ahead and have your carbs, but try and make them mainly fruits and vegetables, because then you've got more vitamins and minerals in them. I still have rice, I still have potatoes, I still have pasta. Nothing is off limits, but I definitely try and limit those and bulk up on my vegetables and fruits to give me a good variety of different colored vegetables, different colored fruits, and add lean proteins to them, and you will feel so much better. You will not feel hungry when you're trying to lose weight, which isn't often. People think that they have to eat nothing, and that couldn't be further from the truth. The majority of my clients, when they start with me, they can't believe how much food they actually can eat, and they usually can't get it all in by the end of the day. But it's just because I've switched their macronutrients around. And the macronutrients are proteins, fats, and carbohydrates. So I never cut fats or carbohydrates out. I just switch them around. So we're eating more lean protein, and then people can choose whether they want to have more fats or more carbs. And as fats go up, carbs come down, and vice versa. So it doesn't matter. It could be one day higher fats if you like, say, avocado. You might be having more of that or more olive oil, and on other days, I feel like having more toast, something like that. It could be any of those things, but as one comes up, the other goes down. So that would probably be the major change that I use with my clients' diet when I see it. And when I say diet, I just mean way of eating. I don't mean being on a diet, because I really think of these changes as lifestyle changes, and I don't want my clients to think of themselves as being on a diet. If you can't see yourself eating like this in 6 months or a year, it's not the right plan for you. But you also have to think, why are you doing this? Like, is your why strong enough? Is it to fit in a certain outfit? Is it to feel a certain way? Is it both? Usually when people, I guess I can't think of any incident when I've ever seen this, when one of my clients has lost weight and not been happy about it, but it changes you from the inside out. You start feeling so good because you're in control. You've empowered yourself with the tools to lose weight. And once you start feeling those changes, your self-confidence goes up and you feel really good. And it's a whole different way of doing it when you're eating a lot of food as opposed to when you're trying to starve yourself. You feel like you can feel your strength when you start eating a lot of protein. It's a very different feeling than starving yourself and feeling tired, no energy. When you're eating like this, you will feel that you have a lot of energy. So with the salmon, for instance, to get 30 grams of salmon, you'd want about 5 ounces. An egg is roughly, depending on the size of the egg, 7 grams per egg. So 1 egg and 1 piece of toast is not enough for breakfast. And I know a lot of people think that that's what I have every day. An egg, 7 grams. No, you'd want to be having 3 to 4 eggs at breakfast, or 3 eggs and some egg whites. All of the protein comes in the egg whites, but the egg yolk is really healthy as well. And don't worry about the cholesterol. That's an old way of thinking that cholesterol in eggs is going to increase your cholesterol. That doesn't happen. You want it, that's more saturated fats. So focus on that. Like a regular breakfast for me could be a smoothie I do 2 scoops of protein powder, I add some spinach, and I add some cauliflower rice. And I will do another video on that, but you don't taste the cauliflower rice, it just thickens it and it adds a vegetable serving in there. You don't taste the spinach, you just more taste the chocolate protein powder. And I'll sometimes even add a little bit of stevia in that to sweeten it if my protein powder at the time isn't sweet enough. So that's an easy, it takes me 5 minutes to make in the morning, and I am full till lunch because I've got 50 grams of protein right there. Another one, if I feel like sitting down and spending some more time, I'll have 3 eggs in an omelet or scrambled eggs, and then I'll also have a dish of Greek yogurt. So my 3 eggs would be 21 grams of protein, and then I'd have a bowl of yogurt, which easily would be between 17 and 25 grams, depending on how much I would have. So that would put me in a good range for breakfast as well. But I also do have sausages. I buy some locally made ones that are 150 calories a sausage and 15 grams of protein, so I might have a couple of those with scrambled eggs on the weekend sometimes. There are so many different ways to do it, but my point of this video is to really let you know how important protein is in making you feel full and making your weight loss journey so much easier. As well as if you compared a diet that had a lot higher protein to one that didn't, you'd feel much more energetic on the lifestyle way of eating that has higher protein. And also you'd be giving yourself a better shape because it fills out your muscles having protein. And women out there, don't worry, you're not gonna bulk up, you're not gonna look like a bodybuilder. It takes a lot to get to that way and you don't have to worry about that, just increasing your protein. But the more muscle mass you have on your frame, the more calories you are gonna be burning at rest as well. So if we compared that 150-pound person that had more muscle than the 150-pound person that had a higher body fat, the person with more muscle would be burning more calories 24/7, 24 hours a day, even when they're sleeping. So their metabolism boost is a lot higher having increased muscle in their body. So it's just like a no-brainer. You may as well build muscle, and that just keeps you stronger for falls as well and for any activity you want to do. It also builds bone density, which is really important. You don't want to get osteopenia or osteoporosis as we age. That can happen. So if you keep strength training and eating more protein, the risks of that happening are a lot lower. So protein just has so many different great roles in your body, and it will benefit you greatly in so many different ways, health and weight loss and just feeling better. So I highly recommend it with every meal you have. Just work around your protein source and add vegetables and fruit to it and some good healthy fats, and you will feel amazing. Now, also to do this, you do need to, if you're looking to lose weight, you have to be in a calorie deficit as well. But that's another video. You just can't fill up in protein and eat as much as you want. But probably the amount that you eat would be totally fine, because the majority of people do not overeat protein. If you're overeating ice cream, that's one thing, but if you're overeating protein, it's doubtful you get to that point. Anyway, if you have any questions or comments on this video or any other videos that I've done, or you want to see different content or more of something, please comment, and you can reach me at Marisa McKenzie Health Coach at LinkedIn. I'm on LinkedIn, I am on Instagram, and I am on Facebook. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day. I hope this helped you.